Teo uploaded a picture in a hotel. So he took a photo of some scenery through the window from the hotel room. But in the reflection of the glass, there was a reflection of somebody's mobile, like a phone case.
Okay.
And that phone case reflection looks exactly like Eugen's iPhone.
Oh.
So they're saying, what the hell, Eugen's been here?
Welcome to the Asian Soup Podcast.
This is your co-host Jules.
And this is your co-host Rox.
The Asian Soup Podcast is your cozy space on the internet where we share and discover stories about one another.
We chat about a range of topics from TV shows, relationships, and much more.
Come sit with us
And get
nourished.
So we're back for another Singles Inferno update. I think we're just obsessed with the show.
We are, and I think so are you because you clicked.
Yeah, we were like, oh,
And
yeah, you are.
yeah, you are.
The audience, yes.
Yes, exactly. And our last episode on Singles Inferno, it's our best performing episode, isn't it?
I
Rox?
know. I can't believe we got so many views on YouTube. Like, I don't know. Who are you people? Like, have you subscribed? Did you enjoy it? But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. So, because yeah, we're not very serious, but we're cozy.
Yes, and we definitely didn't get to share enough
Yeah.
about Singles Inferno in the
Yeah.
last episode, so we want to talk a little bit more about it today as well.
Yeah.
So what episode are we up to now? Because something we're trying to do is like record before the series is over. We're trying to be relevant, and it's actually really hard.
And more on time.
On
Which
time.
is really hard because right now we're a week before episode 9 and 10 come out. And they're
Yep.
the final episodes, right?
Yep, last two.
And we are up to, so we've all finished episode 8. Our last episode of the podcast of this series that we were talking about who Yuk was going to go on Paradise with. Who was he? Right?
The second, like for his second night, right? So they just. Oh no, we were trying to guess who were in bed.
Who was in bed? Oh, yeah.
bed
Okay,
scene.
okay. The bed scene
And
has happened now.
It has happened. And
So
our
spoiler alert,
predictions-
yeah.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Our predictions were so off.
Oh
But yeah,
my
if you
God.
know us, like if you've been listening to Asian Soup Podcast and Rox and I for a while now, you'll know that we're not the best with like releasing episodes on time.
Yeah, we're
Like,
really not. We're really
We
not.
we usually try and release every 2 weeks.
I'm appreciative that no one's called us out for it, except for ourselves.
I mean, we did
Sometimes I think we were like we're meant to post every 2 weeks, but I think we've gone like 4 weeks,
have we?
probably 3 or 4 weeks.
And also, like between season 2 and season 3, like this current
took a
season,
really long break,
we took a really long break, and we did.
We
have
needed
some-
it, but
we did
yeah.
need it, but we didn't tell anyone. And we're not very good with being on time,
Yeah.
basically. But this is how important Singles Inferno is. We want to be on time. We want to get in there. We want to be timely.
Yeah, we want to chat and share our thoughts while everyone is watching. Okay, so we've done episode 8. We've seen the bed scenes.
So, what was our prediction for the bed scene? Just for anyone who didn't listen to our previous episode,
I forgot. What was your prediction?
we basically were like, no, it can't be this couple. It can't be this couple.
Do we think it was Taewon and Jiyeon?
And we thought it was
Or Minso?
no, not Minso. We thought it was the dark chick.
Yeah, Jiyeon.
Okay.
Jiyeon?
Cheon.
Jiyeon?
Yeah, we thought it was Cheon and
Taewon.
Taewon, the DJ dude.
Yeah.
And how wrong we were.
How wrong? How wrong?
So we are here to make more predictions that are probably wrong.
Honestly, and this is the most scandalous and most raunchy Singles Inferno has gotten. Just to put it out there. I think there's been a couple that have slept on the same bed before, right? Like in season 1 or 2.
Maybe,
But not snuggling up under the covers like this. So this was like, I don't know.
yeah,
I was
it's like history.
it was like shock when we were watching it.
yeah.
Should we do reaction videos in the future?
Can we watch?
When we watch shows
Can
together?
we watch episode 9 and 10 together? I'll come over.
Yeah, and
to
we
your
can
place.
do a reaction
Oh
thing
my
if we want.
gosh! I feel like if I watch it with you, I already know. I
Sim
can already
might have to. You need to come over and watch it with me and Sim.
Yeah, I'll come watch it with you guys.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that'll be so funny.
I know.
Oh, give us a like if you want a reaction
But I reckon
video.
by the end it'll be like, we know.
No, they always keep you guessing till the end.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you know what was weird?
What?
So you know how Xian and Yuk, they went to paradise
For the
again
second
for the
time.
second time.
Yeah.
But what they didn't show was their bed scene that night.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's giving away too much. Like whatever happened.
They didn't show any previews to who they're going to go with next either.
Didn't they?
Yeah. We don't know who's going. We don't know who Xian's choosing for episode 9.
yeah,
whether
yeah.
she's choosing Jongsu
Yeah.
or UDT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only preview that they gave was Junsu and Xian like talking after, like post
After,
paradise.
back in Inferno.
Yeah. I was watching some like analysis videos on Singles Inferno by like Korean people.
Oh, yeah.
And basically one of the things that this analysis was saying is like, yeah, it's weird that they didn't show that bed scene between Yuk and Xian, because if they didn't, if they did, it's probably giving away too much, which means they're like solid. They're going to pick each other till the end. Do you know what I mean? Like if they were in the bed scene, like if they showed the bed scene, it's too obvious. So it must have been a pretty like, they must have been very coupley and stuff the second night.
Do you think so?
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you already did it the first night, like if you're already that close and cuddly the first night, when they went to bed, it seemed like it's not like he's going to pull another bed and be a gentleman and not sleep in the bed.
Exactly.
Like he's already been in the bed the night before.
Exactly.
So they're obviously going to sleep kind of together.
Exactly. If they had slept separately, then they might have shown it.
Yeah,
To make it more like unpredictable.
They're definitely still like affectionate, I guess.
Yeah. And you know, in the helicopter when they're going back to Inferno,
Yeah.
you know that scene where Xian like rests her head on Yuk,
Yeah.
in front of
Jongsu.
You know how she rests
Yeah.
her
And he
head
kept
and then
looking.
he looked.
Yes.
That is the ultimate sign saying she's
It's
moved
done.
on.
Yeah,
It's done.
It's done.
Because that's a big, that's a very big signal saying
Yeah.
like, leaning on
Yeah.
another guy.
And right now, so also the show right now, it seems like it's Xian's show right now. It's all about Xian because she's won. She has all the options. She's the one that's confused about, like, I don't know. It's just, unfortunately, the screen time for others isn't as long and it's just not as juicy right now. But the last thing she said before, okay, wait, I'll skip that part. I'll come back to that part. But she rejected Theo.
Oh my God, we need to talk about this.
Did you feel like crying? Like, I didn't feel like crying, but almost. I felt a bit like, that feeling in your chest, a bit like tight chest. You're like, oh.
I didn't feel that. I'm a feeler, but I think I don't love
She just
Teo
felt
as
bad.
much as you do.
Yeah,
Rox really loves Teo.
Yeah.
If
he
you
came
watch-
on too strong at the
Yeah.
beginning.
And like the thing is, the problem with him and with Xian is that he was too all in. Like he didn't. A lot of the times, like when people pick somebody, it's like, oh, it's because I'm curious about you. I want to know more about you.
I'm going to keep them interested.
Right?
Yeah.
But he gave too much too
Need
soon.
a little bit of mystery. Yeah. Otherwise, it's unbelievable. Sometimes for a girl. So in this podcast episode, we're trying to talk about also things we're learning at the same time. So like
lessons
learned or like dating tips we're learning from these people, just observing. So we're just gonna mix it in there.
Yeah,
We're
let's mix
gonna
it
talk
in.
about it. But another thing is like if you're a guy, well, this is just watching the episode, and you're going too strong. A girl could be creeped out. She didn't say that she was creeped out, but it could be like, well, if you like me that much, then I don't need to worry about you, or I don't need to try that hard to see if you like me back. Or I don't know, I think Xian just felt like Thea was just always there waiting for her.
Yeah.
And then therefore that made her not as interested because he's
Yeah.
almost like too nice.
Yeah, too nice.
Just a shame. Just a shame.
Yeah. One thing he did well was that he never gave her pressure.
Yeah, that
Like
was really
Xian
good.
always said, Teo never ever gives me pressure.
Yeah. Even to the end. Yeah. That was really nice.
But she
of
always
him.
felt bad to him,
Yeah.
you know? He's the guy that you wish you could pick,
Yeah.
not the guy that you fall for. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I should probably pick him.
Yeah.
That's how you'll feel about him. But he's not the one that you really, you know, that pulls.
You want it back.
Yeah. And like that you think about. You know, the one that makes you feel a bit nervous. Because you need that in the beginning, right? Like a bit of butterflies, as you said, mystery. But he laid out his cards too soon.
Too soon, yeah. Yeah. So then after that, she says, so at the end of episode 8, she's saying, because she wins every game, right? Like she's the strongest chick.
Oh, she's so strong.
She's so strong. In that wrestling match, I was like,
strong.
Jesus.
Can you imagine like being up against her? How scared would you be? They're doing like jujitsu on like a floating thing. Oh
it
my
was
God.
crazy because I thought like body-wise she was similar. Like the Game Changer girl,
Head in.
she was pretty tall and stuff. And then the other girl that she was fighting before that.
Her friend. Oh, what's her name?
that took forever. Heejin? I don't know. Yeah, and that took forever. But I was like, they look similar, like size.
Yeah.
So I thought they could have a chance. But
Yeah.
she was just so strong. Crazy.
So strong. She's got some moves.
I know. Anyways, and then, at the end of episode 8, she's saying, do I go with my heart? Which would be
With Junso. Like
Junso.
No, with you.
Yuk,
Yeah.
which is Yuti. Do I go with my heart? Or even though they have some personality differences and like she can't expect him to change and be more gentle with her because he's a bit like you said last time, rude. Not rude,
Rough.
but rough. Yeah.
Like with his language. He's not like kind.
He's not affectionate.
Yeah.
He's not sweet.
He's not the sweet, like considerate
He's
gentleman.
not a talker.
No.
He's not a sweet talker.
He's not a sweet talker.
He's not like cutesy coupley.
Especially in front of other people.
Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, should I stick to my heart, like go with my heart, or should I go with Jongsu, who is a bit more caring and gentle and like, what do you call it? In Cantonese, we call it like little heart, saisa, which is like very thoughtful, like very attention to detail, thoughtful, gentlemanly, I guess. So, but that comment made me think maybe she's going to choose UDT.
Yeah, because you want to always go with your heart.
Go with your heart, yeah, which she has been kind of doing.
But do you think that Yuk and Xian are a good match?
No, I don't think so. Do you? Do you think they're a good match?
I think they've got it like they've got red flags like to each other.
Yeah.
You know?
How could that second Paradise Day be so crap already?
Unless they're the producers are only showing like the really
bad
bad parts. Yeah. But I really thought the second night, the way he was on the way he was on the date was just a little
off.
Yeah, and like he's just
Awkward.
like eating and like it was just so different from the previous night.
Yeah.
But then I also did think like maybe he's just really tired because he had to wrestle with all those guys.
She had to wrestle.
No, but that's the next day.
Oh, that's next day. Oh, yeah.
So maybe she might be like, oh, actually, I'm really tired as well.
Maybe.
On, the date, the paradise where she takes someone.
Maybe.
Okay, so who do you think Xian's going to take? What's your prediction?
I feel like she's going to take Jongsu. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But then I feel like she might go with her heart and pick UDT again. But I don't know.
Has that ever
How do you think?
happened? Like somebody picking 3 in a row?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's happened.
Who do you think she'll choose and why?
Oh, I've been thinking about this, like, not even for the podcast, just on my own. I was thinking, who would she pick? And I think she's going to pick Yuk as well.
Oh, my God.
Because kind of like what Dex said, on the second night, he wasn't fully himself. Like, it wasn't the most amazing night, but she's so attached to him.
Yeah.
And I think she'll want to see again, like, how is he?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be different?
Yeah.
To see what he's really like? Because by the third date, you'll really know.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to be like she picks him, like Xian picks Yuk, and if the third night
It's still crap.
Paradise is crap,
Yeah.
I think she'll pick no one.
In the end.
In the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good take.
Because I think she's lost interest in Jongsu. And you know how they did the double date?
And he's still second. Jongsu is still second. He's not first, we know, in her list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know the double date? You know how you know how she looked really
She was just jealous, but I don't think when she was jealous, I don't think she was jealous and wants to be with Jongsu.
Yeah.
I think she was jealous in the sense that I wish Yuk would treat me a little bit more like Jongsu. I think that was do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like she wants to be with the other guy.
Exactly.
She's just like, oh, why can't you be nicer like him?
Yeah, which means that she's actually more interested in Yuk.
Yeah.
Right? Because that could have been like a moment for her, like, oh my God, Yuk is the one that's upsetting me, which means I like him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got this all down packed.
Oh my God. I think we're right. Even though we were so wrong last time.
We got it.
We're right.
I think we got it. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on from Xian and Yuk since we've got it all down packed now.
Okay.
Let's talk about Tae and Yujin.
Tae and Eugene.
Have you heard?
And then what?
Okay,
in real life?
So in real life, like, you know, in recent, like after the show, there's been like some, how would I say
Rumors?
it? Yeah, rumors that they're dating.
Really?
And everyone's like, what? How are they dating and what's the evidence?
Yeah.
So there's like a photo of, I
that
think,
could be cute.
so cute, right? Because
Yeah.
you know, like that robot scene?
Yeah.
Anyway, Teo uploaded a picture in a hotel and in the reflection, so he took a photo of some scenery through the window from the hotel room. But in the reflection of the glass, there was a reflection of somebody's mobile, like a phone case.
Okay.
And that phone case reflection looks exactly like Eugene's iPhone.
Oh.
So they're saying, what the hell, Eugene's with him? And then there's like some other signs, like they're both wearing like the same thing or something. There's like another hint that there's some kind of connection between the two.
Wow.
And in this analysis video that I watched, you know how there's like 3 winners? So you got Xian, number 1, and then you got Herin, who's number 2. So Xian's going to take Yuko Chongsu, and then number 2 is Herin, who's going to take
Dong.
Tong, right?
Yeah.
And then you got Eugene. Who's Eugene going to take? Yeah, who do you think Eugene might take?
Maybe Teo.
Right? That's the only guy that makes sense. And so they probably go to Paradise and then as friends, right? But then maybe they realize now Teo's been let go by Xian.
Yeah.
Now he might open his heart to Eugene.
Yeah.
And those two are actually like so compatible.
They're kind of similar, yeah.
They're both very funny.
They're very funny. They're very positive, jokey.
And they're comfortable with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they could be like the plot twist of the whole season. Like they could
could
walk
be
out
interesting.
as a really cute couple. Can you imagine? They would be so
In
cute
the last
together.
episode, I don't know if there's time for that.
Well, it's still like 2 days. And Paradise, you know how much Paradise is like.
The time.
It's so impactful. Anything could happen in Paradise. Like one night with that person in Paradise could
change. Could
Yeah.
change the game. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let's talk about DJ.
Oh,
DJ.
I was like, who's DJ? Yeah, DJ.
DJ and Jiyeon.
Jiyeon. Okay, what do you reckon about them?
I thought it was so interesting that they hid those scenes that
love
she didn't like about what she didn't like about him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like I just don't understand him. I just don't even understand why he's on the show.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you a bit annoyed about
yeah,
Yeah.
like what the hell? So basically the girl was sharing her dreams with this guy and said, my dream is to become a mom and a wife and have a nice family
Yep.
and be like, you know, a loving blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh, that sounds really hard or something. That sounds like I don't know. He just said that sounds really difficult. I don't know. And then when she asked about him, he'll like go on and on about himself and he wants to become the president of the culture of house music
Yeah.
in Korea because he's a DJ and he has a club in Korea.
Yeah.
Like-
She was a bit upset that
Like what the hell? Like is the relationship not in that dream at all? It just didn't really make sense.
it's literally like
I think he's there to promote his club.
yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like? It's like going to a job interview, right? and then saying all these things that's got nothing to do with this
The
job
job,
interview.
yeah,
Right? And you're like, why are you even here?
Yeah, it's like, oh, what do you want for your future? And you'll talk about like your side hustle or something.
Yeah.
And you don't even talk about the job.
Yeah, that's what it feels
It's like, do you even want to work here?
Yeah, it doesn't feel genuine, or like it's just you're wasting my time.
Yeah. I just felt bad for her because it's like, this is a waste of time.
I thought it's either he is really just there to promote, but even if he is,
He should promote it better.
yeah, like
And not pretend, like it's not good to pretend, but at least pretend to be a little bit interested in her and a
Yeah.
future with her.
yeah.
I don't know. It was so weird.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't really think he was playing his cards right. I just genuinely thought that he's kind of lacking some empathy.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like he's somebody who he might be there to promote his club, but I think he's genuinely there to like find like love as well.
But I don't think
he's-
he understands.
Yeah, he's got no empathy.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't.
Socially, he's a bit.
Yeah, I think he's
a bit
socially
weird.
a bit. It's like
From what I've seen.
Yeah, it's like zero empathy, and like how he's just talking on and on and on and on about himself.
Not asking questions back.
Yeah,
That's like not fun
like
at
zero
all.
people skills.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was a bit frustrating to watch. I felt sorry for Cheon.
And remember when they were chatting and eating, and she's like, "Oh, do you have anything to ask me?" And then he said, "Oh, I'll let you know when I do."
Yeah.
And he just kept eating.
Yeah.
What?
And she was just like, WTF.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just weird.
Bit of a side topic, but still related to Cheon.
Yeah.
Something that I saw was that I think it was by like a Korean influencer or like a short created by a Korean person.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they were saying if Cheon is so cute and so lovable and so attractive,
Yeah.
but if she wasn't tanned, she might have been more popular.
I heard that too. Is
What
that
do you
true in Korea? Because is she less popular, do you think? Because her skin is more tanned?
I feel like that tanned look, anyone with tanned skin who comes on the show is never popular.
Yeah, it's like they love the very fair skin on the girls.
Yeah, and
Is that a beauty standard? Definitely, right?
I think so. That's what I thought. I was like, I thought,
But I
it's a bit
thought
more
some-
diverse now.
I thought some younger guys would still like that tanned look, no?
But if you look, like all the popular, really, really popular girls are always like freaking white.
But Dex likes her.
But on the actual show, he likes Sugi, who's like really white as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. True.
And
Originally, yeah.
on the show, I've seen like TikToks where people are like, oh my God, a lot of girls who, they always have the makeup scene.
Yeah.
Like some of the TikTokers, they analyze like the products that
Oh,
they
yeah?
use. And one of the products that especially Minso was using was like, it was like a whitening cream.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they put it on to make their skin look more pale.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the complete opposite to Australian beauty standards. We
Yeah.
want to look tanned.
We want to look tanned, even though we're Asian,
Yeah.
Aussies. Yeah.
It's so typical to see like Aussie, maybe not so much now, but
Yeah.
when we were growing up in
up.
hwe
We
and
wanted to be
uni,
tanned when we were
being
growing up.
tanned was beautiful.
Yeah. I think it still is beautiful, but we just need to be getting older now, so we have to be sun smart.
Yes. Especially under the Australian sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what else are you anticipating, or anything else that we've learned from Singles Inferno?
I think something that I learned is that I thought it was really interesting how Xian said like no to Teo. Like she didn't really have to do that, but I think that's why she was so stressed as well. Like she wants to be clear to the people that have interest in her and not really lead them on. And I think she always knew Teo wasn't it in a way.
Yeah.
But I think, the fact that she told him, I don't think that's ever happened before where the girl is like so straight up.
Do you think so? I think
Yeah.
that might have happened before.
Yeah?
I think remember, I thought Suki rejected a guy before.
Oh, did she?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, maybe it has happened before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that act of, confessing that you're not the one and having that transparency. I thought that was very brave.
Yeah. It's not easy to
'Cause they
reject
could've-
someone.
Yeah. So I thought that was really very brave and like mature. And another thing was something that I was like very impressed with was when I freaking love the scenes where Hedin and what's the other really pretty girls? They're all beautiful, but Hedin and
Heejin?
yeah, Hejin,
Hejin.
they both, when Chongsu was being like really confusing and like leading them on and saying multiple like different things, even though Xian was number one for him,
Yeah.
having the girls just be like, oh, you're being confusing, like
Yeah. Bye.
bye, I'm not interested in you anymore.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a bit reflective of like the younger generation because I feel like, I don't know, I've been in situations where like personally, like when I was younger, in my teens or in my young 20s, it's like if there's a guy that's like confusing you and you're like, oh, and they make your heart flutter and all this, but they're not being clear and all this stuff, but then you still want them.
You still have a hope that they like you or
Yeah,
something.
and I might be a little bit more like try and cling on or
Yeah.
I'll like, think there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, like maybe they still like me.
Yeah,
maybe
what's
they
wrong
want to
with
hang.
me?
I'll
Should
still
I-
try.
Yeah, or should I change my hair? Like I'll try
Yeah.
and change me.
Yeah.
But I love that those girls were just like, you're confusing AF. I'm out
I'm
of
done.
here.
Yeah.
like they just know and they had clear boundaries. And I thought that was really cool and I really, really respected that. So I'd say that's, I know it's not, guys, Singles Inferno is not just a TV show. You can learn a lot, right?
You can.
How about you, Rox? Is there anything that you've learned or any lessons that you're taking away from the show?
I guess looking at Xian's example, the lesson is you can't control who you like, right? Like even if it's not the most compatible or right person, but because you need to follow your heart, then you kind of like need to figure it out on your own. And sometimes that might mean giving it a chance, which is not great. But when you're in your 20s, it's like you kind of can see the red flags, but you go for it anyway because you're like, maybe something good will happen from it. But yeah, I guess just looking at that, it's like, oh, maybe you just can't control like love, right? Or like your feelings. So it's like, yeah, it's like Xian, she should, if she wanted like a happier, more romantic relationship and a guy that really cares for her, she should choose Theo. But she can't because she doesn't actually like him that much. So it's like, yeah, you just can't force it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think that's a really good lesson. When you were saying that, I was just thinking like how that's how it is in reality.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you meet the guy that ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
Say, oh, I wanted, this certain salary and this type of height and dresses like this. Like
Yeah.
you have like, I don't know, just the top 3 check boxes, for example. You meet that person and doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to fall in love with them.
Yeah. Totally.
And I feel like the reality is like a lot of women do find people like Theo. They're safe, When I mean Theo, I mean like safe, kind, ticks a lot of boxes, right?
Yeah.
And loves you dearly.
Yeah.
And sometimes, a lot of the times people do just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of like
speaking
that.
for everyone.
It's almost like if Teo played his cards better, maybe.
Yeah.
Like again, he put it all out there too soon, and he didn't keep some mystery, which is like, yeah.
I could actually see Theo and Xian being a very loving couple as well. But in the initial stages, like in the dating phase, everything is very
up in the air.
Yeah, it is.
And I guess another thing is, what's interesting about Xian again is that she's saying usually Jongsu is her type, right? Usually someone like Jongsu is her type, like tall, gentlemanly, good Korean guy kind of thing. Yeah, whatever she sees in him.
Yeah.
But then usually, that's someone who she's like interested in or her type. But then there's UDT, which is like someone different that she didn't think is usually her type that she is drawn to. So I guess that lesson to me would be if I was dating, like I wouldn't, don't be fixated on like your previous types, because there might be another type out there. There's all these different people out there, right?
So true.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Sometimes I think like when people are looking for people, they think of like very not the word, external, like outside things, like
Or things they
qualities.
used to like, or things they
Yeah.
think they like.
Yeah, or like even like physical things.
Yeah.
Is like quite a common one. Like, you know, you like a certain way they
Look
dress, or
yeah.
but I think I can see why she liked Yuk, because something that he gave her that she needed at the time was assurance and certainty. Like she always asked for, like in that show, she was so confused, and anyone that showed any kind of like certainty in the right way, she was really drawn to that. And you know, like on their first date, he would be like, you know, he was quite like,
Just be yourself.
just be
Just be
yourself, just do
honest.
this, all you have
Yeah.
to do is
Just
you
have a good
know,
time.
blah blah blah. And
Yep, yep.
you could tell
You can tell me stuff.
yeah, she was like starting to relax more and getting drawn to him. So sometimes like what you're attracted to might not necessarily be like, oh yeah, this type of fashion or this occupation or this salary bracket. It's actually like somebody who gives you maybe assurance, or maybe something that you need is
Someone
just
who can listen
companionship
to
or
you.
listener.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the qualities are there that you don't even realize.
Mm.
So yeah, stay open-minded.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
I always say like with dating is very similar to job hunting. I've probably said that a million times on
Yeah.
this podcast,
Yeah.
but it's like the same, right? It's like there's a certain job you want, like all these boxes, like certain salary, and you want to tick all these boxes, but sometimes like that dream job, it doesn't actually exist. It's more like what you need and how it's compatible to your current needs at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes like, yeah, what, you know, a job that doesn't tick all the boxes is like the one that fits you best.
Yeah, because you don't know until you try, or you don't realize that
Until
you actually
there.
needed something different.
One thing that is very interesting is that Xian is the most popular girl,
Yeah.
right? And then there's Yuk and Chongsu and all this stuff. But actually, the most popular guy, the dark horse,
I
is
know.
Tongho.
What the hell?
3 girls like him right now.
I know.
I-
How was he
you know,
so popular?
I would have not
Yeah.
expected that at all.
Me either. I was like, what do people like about him?
He's very like calm energy,
Yeah.
and he
He
seems
seems
very
mature.
kind and responsible. He's
Like
got
good
dependable-
boyfriend material kind of thing?
I think
Yeah.
so. But also, you could tell he's got a really good heart. You know, he's got this like shyness.
Gentleness. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Like innocence.
yeah,
kind
I
of
can
thing.
see why Hedin kind of wants to like tease him. Like he's like just kind, right? So who do you think Tongho's gonna pick, or who's gonna match up with Tongho? I'm only saying Tongho because all the other girls are all in on him. So
I still think Minsol.
with Tongho,
Oh, not Minsol. Sorry, not Minsol.
Edin.
I always Arin.
Oh, Adin.
Yeah. I think her.
Adin.
Still.
I still can't believe they live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah, they live in the same neighborhood. They work nearby. They just seem more comfortable together. And when he's with her, it sounds like I think he made a joke about let's talk about our wedding or something
Oh,
about
yeah,
marriage
yeah,
or something.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they seem more natural together.
Yeah.
But I think with Herin, I think she's too, and he was like, oh, you're the first girl that I've never experienced like this, like a girl being that into me kind of thing, right? So I think she's being too much.
Bit of a tale.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, it's not believable.
Yeah, I feel like she's just playing with him.
She's just doing it because of the show.
Maybe.
I just think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what it feels like.
I just don't think it's that genuine. Like, how can she like him that much when she came halfway? And I don't know.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
what I
also
think.
because she's like young.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Because she's young and you know she'll be popular.
Yeah, she's popular.
So you just think,
I don't know how serious she is.
yeah, I also think Adin and would end up together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like in the earlier episodes, somebody was saying like the order of who he meets is very important.
Oh yeah,
It's like number
'cause
one, number two.
He wanted her first, and then he was fixated about the journey.
Yeah. So it's
the
like
timeline.
Yeah, the timeline,
Yeah.
everything, and I think that still applies. And I think he's loyal to Arin because it was number
He
one.
chose her first.
So even like her being jealous and everything, it's like
he finds her
basically
cute.
treats her like her girlfriend.
I know
right now.
already.
And Arin is just like the other girl at the moment. It's interesting. He's got this whole timeline
you mean
thing.
in
Oh,
the-
sorry.
Herin
is the other girl at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's my prediction. Yeah, and Herin is a bit, as I said, younger.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem serious. But honestly, if Herin came in first and Arin was like the game changer, it would have been different. It might have been different because with Tongho, the timeline is important.
Maybe. Yeah. He seems like a very, has. He's definitely not a Jongsu, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to be confusing you.
Yeah, he's got his
And
own
switching
like,
up people in the orders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's I see him as a very loyal person.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in again. Please let us know what your thoughts are, and we can enjoy the final 2 episodes together.
Yeah, I hope you guys aren't sick of us talking about Singles Inferno.
We'll go back to normal programming soon.
Normal programming. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.